have learned that conjunction means joining together. So a conjunction is a joining word that is used for joining together words, phrases and clauses. Do you remember what are phrases and clauses? Let us again revise them. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. So the subject can be a noun or a pronoun, noun or a pronoun. A phrase is a group of words that can stand together as part of a clause or a sentence. It does not contain a subject and a verb. So, it does not convey a complete thought. Let us learn how we join clauses. Let us read these two sentences. The room is small. It is cozy. The room is small is a clause. It is making perfect sense and can stand on its own. It is cozy is another clause. It is also making perfect sense and can stand on its own. So we say that both these clauses are independent clauses. So independent clauses are clauses which make complete sense and can stand on their own. What else do we see here? We see that the clauses, the room is small, it is cozy, is telling us something about the room. But do we really find small room very cozy? We do not. So they are contrasting or opposite ideas. Small, cozy are contrasting or opposite ideas. We also notice that it is referring to the room. So both the clauses have something common. What is the common part? The room is. This is the common part. So here we have two independent clauses which have a common part and which give us contrasting ideas. How do we join such clauses? We use the conjunction but. So but is joining the two contrasting ideas, small, cozy, and a new sentence becomes the room is small but cozy. You will see that the room is, which has been repeated in both the clauses, has been written only once here. So we have the room is small but cozy. Now let us look at these two sentences. The sky turned black, it did not rain. The sky turned black is an independent clause. It did not rain is another independent clause. Now both these clauses do not have anything in common. Also, both these clauses are giving us a contrasting idea. What is the contrasting idea? Sky turned black. It did not rain. We usually find that it rains after the sky turned black. So here they are contrasting ideas. In this case, how do we join the two clauses? We use but as the conjunction to join both the clauses. So how do we join the clauses? We write both the independent clauses. The sky turned black. It did not rain. We join them with but. Here you will see that we have put a comma before but. Usually, when we join two independent clauses with the conjunction but, we put a comma before but. Some authors prefer not to use it. So, what did we see? We saw that but is used to show contrast. Now, let us read these two sentences. The earthquake was severe. The building was not much damaged. So, the earthquake was severe is an independent clause. The building was not much damaged is another independent clause. Both the clauses have nothing common in them. Also, we see that both the clauses give us a contrasting idea. What are the contrasting ideas? The earthquake was severe. The building was not much damaged. Mostly we see that buildings are damaged when a severe earthquake happens. So, these are contrasting or opposite ideas. How do we join the clauses in such a case? We will use the conjunction but, and our new sentence will become the earthquake was severe, comma, but the building was not much damaged. So, but is used to show contrast. Both these clauses show contrast. The earthquake was severe, the building was not much damaged. We have joined them with the conjunction but, and we have put a comma before but because we have joined two independent clauses. Join the following sentences using but. Her writing is good. She is weak in her spellings. Her writing is good is an independent clause. She is weak in her spellings is another independent clause. Is there anything common in the clauses here? There is nothing common in the independent clauses here. The independent clauses are showing what? They are showing contrasting or opposite ideas. What are the opposite ideas? Her writing is good. She is weak in her spellings. So, how will we join these two clauses? We will write her writing is good, comma, but she is weak in her spellings. So, but is joining the two independent clauses. Her writing is good. She is weak in her spellings. These clauses are showing us contrasting ideas, and we have put a comma before we put but because we are joining two independent clauses. Now, let us read these two sentences. I can give you my toy. You must promise not to break it. What do you understand when you read these two sentences? We understand that there is a condition What is the condition? You must promise not to break it. This is the condition for what? For her to give the toy. So, I can give you my toy if you promise not to break it. Here, I can give you my toy is an independent clause. You must promise not to break it is another independent clause. Is there anything common between them? There is nothing common in the clauses. So, how do we join the clauses when there is a condition being shown? Let us see. We will use but. But is used to show condition. So, how will we write the new sentence? I can give you my toy, comma, but you must promise not to break it. So, we use but as a conjunction when two clauses are showing us condition. We have put a comma because we are joining two independent clauses. What is the condition here? You must promise not to break it. So, but is used to show condition also. Join the following sentences using but. You can go out to play. You should be back in an hour. Is there a condition here? Yes, there is a condition. What is the condition? You should be back in an hour is the condition. The condition for what? The condition to get the permission to go out to play. Here, you can go out to play is an independent clause. You should be back in an hour is another independent clause. There is nothing common here. So how will we join both these clauses? We will join them with but, and our sentence will be you can go out to play, comma, but you should be back in an hour. So what is happening here? But is joining two independent clauses which have nothing in common and which show a condition. Before putting but in the new sentence, we put a comma because we are joining two independent clauses. So what did we learn today? We learned that but is used to join two independent clauses when there is a condition or there is a contrast or opposite idea in the clauses. Also, you have to remember that we put a comma before but when the sentence has two independent clauses. Some authors prefer not to use it. Today we have learned something more about conjunctions. We will learn more about conjunctions soon. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com or download the DeltaStep app to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You can also win amazing prizes like PlayStation, iPad, watches and many more along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So learning at DeltaStep is not just fun and easy, it is also rewarding. So register for free now.